Boy, I tell you this shit. What up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of LaVar Walker Daily Show podcast. I don't know where my intro went, but anyway, what's going on, guys? Just wanted to touch down. I haven't tapped in with you guys in a while. It's been a little bit of a while of shit. Boy, I tell you, this trying to get this all together. But anyway, a lot going on in the news today, especially with this whole DJ Envy drama. They're calling him a real estate Rico. They say he allegedly in this scheme that he, I guess, didn't know anything about, even though he was in business with this, the Puerto Rican guy, Caesar. Looked like they started in business, I believe, in 2016 or 2017. And um, Envy didn't know that the guy was cheating people out of their money. So let's take a look at this to see. Let me go back here. And let's just add this.
Morning on a charge of wire fraud and brought here to the federal courthouse in Newark. They say this may be just the beginning. He could face additional charges of money laundering.
You might know him on Instagram as Flippin' NJ, my friend Caesar Pena.
DJ Envy often had his pal, Cesar Pena, on the radio hosts The Breakfast Club show.
Started with no money, and here I am, $50 million later in real estate.
Promoting their real estate partnership. Now, in this federal complaint, the government says Pena engaged in a Ponzi-like scheme involving investors, adding Pena defrauded dozens of victims of millions of dollars. We interviewed many of them.
I lost $200,000.
$835,000 in total.
I lost a total of $64,000.
I lost $1 million.
Envy, whose real name is Rashawn Casey, was not charged, but many of the alleged victims say they were influenced by his celebrity.
He's advertising this all over the radio and on television.
Investors say Pena promised he would rehab and flip distressed properties, many in Patterson, giving a 30% profit within months. Dozens have now filed lawsuits saying they never got any of their investment back. Pena is accused of pocketing $17 million from just 4 properties. As news broke of his arrest, we were interviewing Jeff Robinson, who owns a food truck and car wash in Patterson.
My son was my world, and these people took advantage.
His son, Jeff Jr., tragically died in a car accident 6 months ago, leaving 2 children behind. Jeff Jr. had invested $325,000 with Pena in this Passaic property. The dad says Pena then went dark.
On that day I buried my son, I called Caesar. Oh, bro, I'm going to meet you. I have text correspondence with Caesar, text messages. Oh, I'm running a little behind. He never met me here. But my main concern is getting what's due to those children. It's not fair. The comfort would be when my grandkids are in position when they have trust accounts with that money that he owes those children.
Pena pleaded not guilty. He has to post a $1 million bond and is being released on electronic monitoring. He cannot leave the state of New Jersey. No comment from DJ Envy. An inside source tells us that the iHeartRadio offices were visited by the feds, who took out electronic equipment as part of this investigation. From Newark, Sarah Wallace, News 4 New York.
And that was on the news. So they allegedly defrauded people in the community out of millions of dollars. This guy ended up getting $17 million. I guess he must have been selling the same house or something over and over again. And this is a really sad state of affairs that we're in. And my condolences go out to all those parties that were affected, especially the elderly brother who lost his son and invested $325,000, because these are hardworking citizens and hardworking people. And allegedly, DJ Envy said that Caesar even stole $500,000 from him. I'm not going to sit here because I don't really know the ins and outs, but I do want to say that we as Black people especially, we have to be very, very careful because a lot of people target our community specifically and they do things and try to operate in the name of black and they want to call you king and queen and shit and then they want to take your money. You know what I'm saying? They this is what they typically do. And this is just going on. It's going on over and over again. Um with DJ Envy saying he didn't know, I find it rather ironic considering they have been operating since 2017. I also find it a little funny that nobody would have reached out to him. Any of those victims, none of those victims DM'd him or commented on his post to say, hey, this fat guy that you bought on the Breakfast Club stole our money. It's really, really sad. I was also a victim of a real estate situation, and I'm still dealing with that now. And that happened years ago when I was young and naive. And I would just tell every person, just make sure you do your due diligence and, looking over shit. Get you a book, get real estate for dummies, because all these courses and shit that these niggas teach, you can basically learn it for free on YouTube. You don't need to go meet no nigga on the corner. You don't need to go meet with nobody. You can learn it for free, number one. And number two, you can't get something for nothing. If somebody is offering you a 30% return on your money within a relatively short period of time, that's a Ponzi scheme and you need to run. You need to run away. Because these schemes, if I can offer you 30% on your money, I can offer larger institutions 30% on their money. So why would I even need your money being that you're from the community? If I can do a 30% return on $20,000, I should be able to do that on $1 billion. So I wouldn't even come to you. So it's very, very, we need to be mindful. And I think one thing with me and my situation, which I still have this home, one thing about me, I just learned from it, moved on, and accepted ownership and accountability for what had happened to me. Because you learn from when you own up to shit, you kind of learn from it. And I'm not blaming the victims, but being a victim myself, I had to really say, yo, I'm gonna eat this, but never again. And that is why I typically run when a nigga calls me a king and all that old shit. And I just feel the scammer vibes because they're doing this in the name of, unfortunately, in the name of blackness. And blackness now has been used as a marketing term for fucking scammers where they go, oh, in the community, we got to get together and we got to do the business and we got to do this and we got to do that. And furthermore, in our culture, we hold the subculture up, we behold it and hold it so close to our hearts that here's this guy who was on the Breakfast Club talking about how he was a known and convicted felon. He was a known and convicted felon. And he looks somewhat like a rapper, and it's in the name of hip hop. I don't want to do business with no rapping looking ass nigga. I don't want that. I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do business with a convicted felon. So I would just say to anybody, just really raise an eyebrow because you're dealing a lot of these guys who were, involved in these frauds, and the list goes on. I don't want to name everybody. They had a guy in Philadelphia, his story, I'm from the streets, I came from jail, and I turned my life around. These are all trigger words. It's just like how pastors pimp the community. It's the same shit. And we get behind these clowns and they end up extracting money from our community, which we don't even have. You see what I'm saying? So we as a community, we gotta get away from that. Like anything you want to learn, you can basically learn it for free online. You do not need to pay the $50 for this damn course. And, Envious said in an interview, he just wanted to educate or give his people something. And I find that to be ironic because he was charging people tickets to come to this. And I mean, it's literally like, and we all want to do better as a people, but it's a perpetual, it seems like there's some type of perpetual scamming cycle that's going on right now in the 2023. This is the new hustle. It's not crack, but it's it's the hustle of community, feeling involved, feeling needed, feeling wanted. You know what I'm saying? Because the easiest thing for a person to steal, because in my real estate deal, I'm gonna tell you what went down. When I got out of college, I purchased a home. I met this brother. I purchased a home. And he was like, "Yo, man, I can get you, you know what I mean, for every house, I can get you $30,000 back." I was like, "Cool, I'm green." And I have you know, I'm fresh out of school, green, got my doctorate. All I'm thinking about is that 30 grand. I'm not thinking about the fact that I'm taking out a mortgage and basically loaning this money to myself, which is what happened because me being Mr. Stupid, I didn't do due diligence. And we ended up over appraising the house. Oh my God. And I'm just kicking the can down the road. You know, he could have, and even at closing, right? I paid for I took the loan. So I paid for everything. He walked off with a profit. I'm left holding the bag. Um, and I was out of school. I had my home, then I had that property, and I'm trying to take care of both. I'm working like crazy. You know what I'm saying? People stealing my HVAC units, and I mean the area was hell. Like it was set in the middle of 3 projects. I'm thinking at that time I could get this huge amount from Section 8 to rent this place out. That wasn't true because Section 8 is typically gonna pay you whatever that the average rent is in that area. But I learned a valuable, valuable lesson. I mean, I got my ass kicked. I mean, every day it was something with this particular property. And before, you know, when I went to closing on this property, I was supposed to do 10 deals in like months. You know what I'm saying? So I was gonna do like 10 houses. And if I would have done that, I would have been 25, 26-year-old, 26 years of age, probably in about 1.2 or $1.3 million worth of debt. And I would have had to file bankruptcy and it would have been horrific. But by the grace of God, something hit collections. I had moved out of my apartment and didn't pay the bill was on auto pay, didn't get paid, so it went to collections and I couldn't do any more deals. And that wasn't nobody but the Lord working for me. But I did learn a valuable, valuable lesson. And that lesson is you don't get something for nothing. You're not getting the 200 unit apartment complex with no job and no income. Okay, somebody's gonna get you. Somebody's there to fuck you. That's what they're doing. They're just setting you up, and they're gonna tap that ass. That's literally what's gonna happen. So I would say to everybody going forward, keep your eyes open and don't believe nothing. Just be skeptical. Matter of fact, even Joe Budden had spoke. I think Envy was in an interview. And he said, "Yo, I called everybody. But the only person that said it was a scam and I was gonna go to jail was Joe Budden. And Joe Budden is a Virgo, and I'm a Virgo too, and we're mostly honest and straightforward. Envy happens to be a Virgo as well. I don't know what this is about. You know, on the surface, I want to take his word and say, well, hey, cool, man. You didn't know this guy got over on you for 6 years and you just holding his hand, not getting no money. I guess he wasn't getting no money, and I don't know. Or maybe he was giving him money and Caesar, maybe it was like this. He invested and Caesar gave him the money back since it was a Ponzi scheme. And Caesar being at the top of the Ponzi scheme, and I guess Envy being a duck, allegedly, or being the stupid person, but he is the draw. Like the Breakfast Club and Envy is what's attracting this people to this guy, and they're not asking any questions. I'm guessing maybe envy, I gave Caesar 100,000. He gave me 130 back. So he was hurrying up paying him while baiting everybody else. The people that were being baited, Caesar was paying envy with that money. And as they go down the road, more and more people come up under this umbrella. What I found out too with a lot of those real estate seminars, they want to meet people. They want to have those meet and greets, and they want you to come to the corner class because they want to get people, potentially ducks with a high credit score that they can take advantage of, as like myself at that time. High credit score, stable job, and they want to take advantage of you. And this is what is happening. And it's continuously happening, it's perpetually happening. A lot of times people say, well, man, you scared. Like people who come to me with shit, they like, man, you skeptical. How you be hating? They call you a hater. You know, like when you say, nah, man, I'm good. I'm not doing this, brother. Like, you a hater. You just, well, whatever. I'm gonna keep on hating. So that's that. I saw a disturbing video where a pharmacist ended up getting robbed in Walgreens. Two pharmacists. This was very close to my heart, and I'm going to bring this up. Two pharmacists, or a pharmacist and a clerk, were working in Walgreens, and they ended up getting robbed. This was very, very troubling. Did I bring that up? Hold on one second. No, I don't. I'm gonna pull it up in a second. But pharmacists working in the store ended up getting robbed. And it was very, very scary. I had noticed, I saw it. They came in there with the guns. And when I was working at CBS, we had a lot of robberies. People got jumped, pistol whipped. And I'm saying this to say that a lot of these chains and shit should be ashamed of themselves, with lack of security. They don't want you to carry a pistol back there. Like you lose your job if you got your gun, if you got something to protect you. But you supposed to sit back there like a sitting duck and be pistol whipped and beaten until that safe pop up because they got a time delay on the safe. And it's not like the police are gonna show up in 2 seconds because we have a deficit of cops because of, social activism. You want to defund the police and police quitting jobs. So we don't have enough of them. So a lot of them are tied up. So tied up, I got in a car accident. I got rear-ended, and I just ended up going home. And the police didn't even contact me till 6 hours later. Like, that's how bad it is. And that's another thing that they don't really talk about right now is the shortage of police and why it's so necessary even today for you to protect yourself, man. Cause hell, man, they out here. You know what I mean? You gotta have something on you. I want everybody to be armed, to be honest. Like, and I'm not trying to sound like a gun advocate or nothing like that, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay? Cause the cops, it's gonna take them a while to get to you. Cause we're gonna end up becoming a nation where you need protection. You're gonna have to hire your own protection or your own security or some shit like that. That's what that's literally where we're headed. So with this particular incident, and I want to bring this up, man. I gotta show y'all this. Hold on. I'm gonna bring this up. So I'm about to sit here and just stream all night. I don't even care. I know this software has been bothering me. Like I really been tripping on this software, but we're gonna rock out. Let me see if I can bring this up. Do. Right now, what I'm trying to do is pull this video. I'm gonna pull the video down, and then I can play it on this computer. Since I'm my own producer, I didn't want to get somebody who want to do an internship. Shit, so I could just talk, and because I don't see what's going on. We got some comments too coming in. I see everybody saying what's up. Shout out to everybody saying what's up, man. All right, there we go. Okay. I want to show y'all what happened in this pharmacy. This is like really, really, this is horrific. Let me see. Here we go. And give me one more second, and I'm about to pull it up right now. Okay. There we go. All right. Here we go. Let's see what we got. Y'all can sit here with me and we can all learn together. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Oh, shout out to my light in the back. Y'all see I got my little light back there? Check it out. Y'all see it? Bam. Y'all see me on the wall? Like looking at yourself in the face while you do your own podcast. So let me bring it.
The security cameras at the Walgreens in Lake Worth. 3:38 a.m. Sunday, two people walk in, masks, gloves, hoodies on. They barge into the back, hold the pharmacist at gunpoint, force her to give them drugs, then they drag her by her ponytail into an office. The person on the ground, the store clerk, who off camera was just tased and assaulted. They hold a gun to her head and force the pharmacist to open the safe, drag the clerk across the ground, put $5,000 cash in a trash can, and run.
Robbery just occurred at Walgreens.
The pharmacist called 911.
Fire, medical.
Please help me, medical and police. We just got robbed.
Okay, honey, stay on the line.
This is something that you hope that no one ever experiences.
Lake Worth PD Lieutenant Sean Ferguson told me Monday the clerk was left in such serious condition she needed surgery.
There was extreme violence to control that person.
His department needs to find the pair responsible. It's why he gave me the violent video to play for you.
A pair of shoes, a pair of gloves, the way the person walked. We're hoping that really just jogs somebody's memory. Somebody has to know these people.
If you do, detectives beg you to call.
We hope that we can catch these people before they strike again.
In Lake Worth, I'm Sydney Person.
Did y'all hear this idiot talking about, the way they walk and they had on masks? I mean, he seems so like unempathetic. But did you see the horror of what was going on? Here this woman went to school for a long time. And that's me. That's me working in retail. That could have been me. Or that could have been any of my colleagues. And these corporate pieces of shit companies, they just don't care. And my prayer is that she could sue the shit out of Walgreens and get a huge settlement for that, for them having lack of security and this woman being tortured. Anything could have happened in this split second. And they got the time delay on the safes. So they put the time delay on the safe so they can whoop your ass until the safe pops open. And the way these stores are situated in these neighborhoods, you got OxyContin, Percocet, you got Tussonex, Lean, all that shit back there. And these criminals know. They know that. They know that it's only one person in the front of the store. I remember I was working at a store, the security guard working. This nigga had a belt on. So I said, what you gonna do if somebody run up in here, man, give him a whooping? But it's not his fault. This is what these stores typically do. They typically supply people with that. And I want y'all to see that too. And maybe customers should just stop going to these places because they're so dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is ridiculous. And that is why a lot of them are closing down too. I mean, we in the last of days with, I think, brick and mortar pharmacies anyway. I could be wrong, but it looks like we at the end of the line. They looking more and more like Blockbuster to me. And I just saw that Amazon now is no, it's nothing to resist. The woman, look, I see Larry Woods. We got a comment on here. So Larry Woods came in and said, I'm not resisting. Brother Larry, if you remember the video, she didn't resist. She's trying to open the safe. They kicking her ass while she opening the safe and dragging her around and putting that pistol in her face. Can you imagine that? And this is all happening in a split second, man. So yeah, she panicked. What you gonna do, Larry? You gonna be cool in that? If somebody run up on you with the mask, you gonna what? I guess you must be Terminator, nigga. But what are you gonna do? You gonna do karate or something? What are you gonna do? You at work? What are you gonna do, man? All you got to protect you is a lab coat and a spatula. Come on, man. They got to change something. You can't leave people just vulnerable. People just want to keep a roof over their head and take care of their family. Man, they shouldn't have to go to work in them kind of conditions. And she a pharmacist and she just supplying people with the medicine that they need, man. Let's see what Bill Hathaway says. My first job in high school was at a drugstore that was open all night, and every employee in that joint got robbed on this shift but me. I knew my luck would soon run out and I quit. Well, good for you, Bill, because hell, yeah, she did everything she could do, Zaddy. She did everything she could do. So, very, very unfortunate. And my prayers really go out, man. We're in a different day and age now. Yeah, she did what she could do. Man, I used to work in them stores, man. It'd be scary because sometimes, man, I get off work, man. I'm in the hood. You know, you in the parking lot. It'd be like 20 cats in the parking lot by your car. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna say? I'm out there with a lab coat on and some glasses. I look like a goat to lions, like a hyena. Like they could have ripped me to shreds. I could do nothing but wait for them to leave. And you often go into places. It's very dark, dimly lit. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be helping the community or whatever, but this is what happens. But I think these stores need to do a better job of helping to protect their employees, man. It's just really, really sad. Like, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I really don't know. I think pharmacists, all public servants should be allowed to hold on their job. We should all have pistols. Literally. Straight up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you should have something to protect yourself because this is ridiculous. And there have been stories of people getting murdered on the job where they've gotten shot and killed and they don't even have a chance. So my prayers go out to them, man. My prayers go out to all my retail workers. I see what everybody going through, especially with these pranksters running in there. You can't even work a damn Walmart without some prankster or something running in there to go on YouTube. You want to go viral and shit. You try to do your job. Now you caught up. And it's just ridiculous. It's really a real shit show. Moving right along, SUge Knight recently, they said that SUge Knight is getting his own podcast in jail. That's right. I'm going to repeat that. SUge Knight is getting his own podcast from jail. Now, I don't know if he's going to bring the equipment, if he's going to put it up his ass to come in there. I didn't know you could do podcast in jail. I didn't know. I don't know if he's going to, I wonder if he's going to have guests. Do you get on his podcast by paying him cigarettes? Who is going to be the sponsor of the prison podcast? I cannot wait to see this. And if any of you guys on the prison podcast, I just want to see what businesses come in on a damn prison podcast to try to get black dollars while the man is interviewing people from the penitentiary. I will be sitting back watching this. I can't wait. This is going to be very, very exciting. But I didn't know the jail was such a wonderful place where they have actual podcast interviews and you could do. I didn't know it was that nice in the penitentiary. I thought you had to go there to serve your time. I didn't know you could be free in there. So, and the crazy part, the shit is all on TMZ. Yeah, they need to get, yeah, they might as well go and give R. Kelly one. Why is it now you can't even, you look around before you play an R. Kelly song? Everybody's scared to play some R. Kelly. You look at R. Kelly, you want to listen to R. Kelly, you look around because you feel like that shit ain't even legal no more. Can we play R. Kelly? Can we play some R. Kelly? I don't know. I don't know. Everybody got to play R. Kelly in secret now. That's wild, man. But that's where we at, y'all. That is where we're at. Thanks, Zeddy, for the smile. Natalie Lockett, I see you. But that's it. I don't have nothing else to talk about. Oh, entitlement for millennials. These millennials are entitled. They're very, very entitled nowadays. Let me show y'all this video real quick. It is entitled. I don't know. Are they millennial? What are they now? What do you call them now? What do you call these kids now? Hold on, wait. Let me hold on. I'm about to rewind that. Let me rewind it. Now, I want y'all to watch this. This is a millennial crying about not making a big job, not getting the money, making $250,000 a year with no experience. I really want y'all to watch this real.
I have a bone to pick with America! So I'm headed to my serving job. I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it. Tell me why I make more money serving. I have my literal business marketing degree that put me in a cute $80,000 in debt. And I make more serving sushi rolls because I've been applying to marketing jobs fucking for weeks now. And the pay cut is insane. Insane. But the jobs that are like a cute $150,000 to $200,000 a year, I'm not getting those. I'm a almost 25-year-old, my birthday soon, almost 25-year-old chick going against, corporate ass America, people with so much experience. All I got is my degree. People say, get your degree, but then they don't talk about how you need experience. The degree was the experience! I need to relax.
So she really feels that just having a degree, you should be able to show up and make the $250,000. Well, I'm gonna say this: there are degrees where you can just show up and make 250, but that's like a medical degree or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But you've had experience because you've done a residency literally for free. That's like real serious entitlement, and she's literally having a nervous breakdown. A shout out to Spades 93. That's not millennials. I guess the 40-year-olds are millennials. She's more of a Gen Zer. Yeah, Gen Zer. And these kids just feel very, very entitled where they want everything now. And I guess that's how it works. We're in this Instagram world. We're in this world where everything, you just snap your fingers. You don't, I guess I get it. Times are different. People don't even go to the store no more. You hit a button and all the shit show up at your door. So I don't know, but it's sad. It's sad. We are really raising a weak. I believe our society is just getting a lot weaker. They're getting weaker, man. I don't know. I can't really explain it. It's not looking good. So I'm gonna leave you guys on that, and then I'm getting the hell up out of here. I'm just gonna keep coming back and coming back. Had a good time with all y'all, man. Shout out to everybody that shout out to everybody that tuned in today. We got to get the numbers back up. I don't really have a whole lot of y'all watching because I haven't been as consistent as I need to be. But I'm going to try to pick up the pace a little bit. Shout out to Cindy Turner. Hello, Cindy. How are you doing? Thank you. Yeah. Oh yeah, and shout out to everybody that came out and checked me out in Pleasanton, California last weekend. It was a great show, man. Shout out to the Alameda County Fire Department. They pulled up. They actually had an awards banquet during my shows, and it was really dope. I got to entertain them, and everybody showed hella love in the Bay Blood, so it was dope. And I'm about to get the hell up out of here. Wait, Caesar was using other. Yeah, that's what you said. That's about Caesar. That was an old comment, but I'm about to go, guys. This has been real. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of LaVar Walker Show podcast. I'm LaVar, and I'm out. Good night. God bless.